Trill Theater with your host, B Shack. Why, hello. Welcome to Trill Theater. I'll be your host again, B Shack, aka Damn. And today, we'll be discussing Logan. Old Man Logan or Wolverine. It's really hard to discuss X-Men movies. It's really hard to discuss comic book movies because there's varying levels of knowledge or IQ of comic books. I mean, you have people whose knowledge of Wolverine and X-Men stopped with the 80s cartoon. You have other people whose knowledge stopped with them growing up and getting out of comic books. And then you have people who still read comic books to this day. So I understand the difficulties of trying to create a cohesive project that will basically appease everyone, but it's impossible. Even though I still rather Marvel just do it because Marvel makes great products. I haven't been too gun-ho about X-Men since, I guess, the first X-Men movie. Then after that, it just kind of just went downward. I don't think I've seen a Marvel movie yet that has bricked. I mean, you can say that they haven't all been as great as some, but have you ever went to a Marvel movie and you said, you know what, I hated the fact that I came here, or I could have waited for this to come to DVD, or why did I go to a midnight showing of this? As much as I prefer Marvel doing my movies to Fox than Sony touching Marvel products and making their own version of them, I'm still interested in seeing, because this is rumored to be Hugh Jackman's last version of Wolverine, and then they're gonna go some other way with it. So I'm interested in seeing the final Hugh Jackman's Wolverine as Old Man Logan. I just wish I would love to see a storyline created by Marvel, because I think that would be, especially if they could cross characters, put Wolverine with Captain America, Wolverine with Iron Man, because Wolverine was an Avenger at one time, and you can't do that because Marvel owns Avengers, and I think Sony owns X-Men. I know Sony owns Spider-Man, and Fox owns Fantastic Four. It's just so confusing. All this stuff needs a diagram so you understand who owns what, and then what storyline we are of X-Men, because it gets confusing. Like, I think now this storyline is supposed to be what happened after Days of Future Past when they changed it so the Sentinels don't exist. So it's not anything else to do with any other. So even, look, I'm just confused. I'm confused. But comic books be like that. So comic book movies will be like that. Let's get into the trailer. Then we can, like we always do, we'll watch, I'll dissect and discuss in my level of knowledge, which I believe is, I'm in that intermediate level of, I have a few, I'm not the heavy knowledge of comic books. I feel like I grew up reading them. I on occasion read them and keep in line with the storylines now, but I'm not as heavy as I am to them now. But I go to see every comic book movie because it kind of like nostalgia purposes, and my son enjoys them. But as always, we'll watch, dissect, and discuss. And as always, I always put the full trailer in the description down below, right below the subscribe button. It's up there. That big red thing says SUBSCRIBE. Yeah. If you want to hit that right quick, it's like 2 seconds. If you're looking on your phone, you're watching this on a mobile device, just hit the subscribe button, right, kind of right in this area, I think, right there, or right here. I'm guessing it's right here. I don't know, but it's down there somewhere. Just hit that. Let's get into the trailer, will we? First thing to notice is that Wolverine's scarring up and that he's aging, which is also, that's a tip that he's losing his healing factor. That's one of the things that keeps him youthful. because everyone knows Wolverine's mad old, or quite old. Wolverine is quite old, and that his healing factor keeps his age in check. It keeps him youthful. It also keeps him from scarring up. It heals everything to a point where there's no scars or any evidence of him ever being hurt. Him having scarring just kind of like it typifies that he's losing his healing factor, or that his healing factor isn't as strong as it once was. So that's interesting. This will probably be the one that Wolverine dies, because if he doesn't have a healing factor, that's what keeps Wolverine pretty much invulnerable. I don't know if he's invincible, because he's not as vulnerable. He's would he be invincible or invulnerable? Invincible, invulnerable. I don't know. Tell me in the comments which one you think he is. Let's get back to it, will we?
Let's read.
What is she?
Beneath the stain.
She's like you.
Of time.
Very much like you.
The feet.
Okay, so I'm guessing that the little girl is X2, which is not Wolverine's daughter, but Wolverine's clone, I think. So there was a scene at the end where, like, what was that last one that they had? What X-Men was that where they had Wolverine in that laboratory? He was in that steel. It was like the old, whatever the last X-Men movie was. I can't remember which one it was. I know I remember when I edit. They had him in that steel thing, and they were taking his blood. So I guess in that same storyline, they created X2 with this. So this little girl has to be the way that Xavier is kind of just drawing it up, is she's just like you. So that's probably X2, just a clone of Wolverine, female. Healing factor is a little bit not as strong as Wolverine at his peak, but she does have it, and I think she does have adamantium claws too. I think I'll put some links to some information on her down below, so if you're interested. They got my man, my dude from Star Trek looking bad off, bro. Professor X looks bad.
Away.
Logan, you still have time.
Okay. I don't know. It's hard to really get hyped about, again, a comic book movie that isn't done by Marvel, but it's interesting. It reminds me of a die-hard version of Wolverine. It's like Bruce Willis saying, I'm too old for this. SHIT again. And then he's still back in doing the extra things again. So I guess that kind of interests me. It's like, it's really, like I said, it's just, I know the storyline is going to be mixed and matched from different comic books and different stories. Again, because everybody's level of intelligence of comic book and Wolverine and Logan and Old Man Logan varies. So a lot of people who's going to go to movie theaters, you got to think majority of people who go to movies and watch comic book movies have little to no knowledge of the characters themselves. So they go as just for entertainment. They may like them, but they don't have like all the knowledge that some people in the comic book world do. So whenever they go, it's almost with a blank slate. Some of us go, we have like a little bit of knowledge or a lot of knowledge on the characters. So when we see them, we kind of look at them in the prism of this isn't right, and this isn't right, and this matches this story, but this doesn't match that story, and that always kind of takes us away from it. I tell people all the time, if you watch comic book movies, the best thing is to do is think of this as an alternate dimension where none of the stuff that you know in a comic book world may not be existent. So that takes, I'd say that helps me a lot when I watch movies, so I'm not as judgmental. I still can enjoy the movie without having to constantly put limitations on what I know of the story from the comic book version of it. It just helps me. I wish a lot of people use that, because I think a lot of the comic book community sometimes watches movies, comic book movies, and automatically start bashing them on the kind of the feeling that this isn't like the comic books, so I don't want to like it, which sucks. You're you're kind of just limiting yourself and in your enjoyment. But storyline looks great. I'm interested in seeing if this will be Logan's last ride. Will he meet his doom this time? Will he? I did see the comic book Wolverine, The Death of Wolverine, when he died by getting covered by adamantium. It would be dope to watch that in a movie version, but I don't know if they're gonna go that route. I don't know if they'll kill him off, or will they do like they did in Batman vs Superman, like put him in the ground and then all of a sudden like his claws will come back up or something like that, hinting like he'll still come back. Interesting. Or, you know, maybe it'll just be the final chapter of Wolverine and then they'll just do the thing what they always do, just reboot it again and with a different person that's not Hugh Jackman. If you are looking for a black Wolverine, Sony or Fox or whoever, I would like to put my name in the running for that part. I'm bigger than Wolverine. I could be a whole different version of Wolverine. If you want to just hit me up, I'm down for it. I would love to do that. If you want me to be a bad guy in a Wolverine story, also I'm available for that as well. Just trying to get on. I think Wolverine needs more hip characters anyway. I noticed that he didn't have a lot. The only black character I remember seeing was Will.i.am. And didn't he die quick? Nah. Slap me in one of them. It's got to be somebody you can have me as. Don't make me a bad guy though. I want to be a good guy so my son can watch it and enjoy. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Are you interested in the movie? Did you feel like it was interesting, the trailer itself, the Red Band? Because I watched the Red Band. I know there is a secondary trailer, the first one that came out. But the Red Band is always, I feel like Red Band is always the best way to go. I get excited when I'm in a movie theater and I see the Red Band trailer of anything come up because it's either a little bit more violent or a little bit more sexy. You know, either one of them two things is going to be a little bit better for me. You know, I like to see a little bit more violence sometimes, but I prefer a little bit more sexy. When a little bit more sexy, got a little bit more funky on it. You know what I'm saying? But what do you guys think? Are you interested in the movie? Do you think you go to a midnight showing of it? I usually go to a lot of midnight showings for comic book movies. I enjoy the vibe there. I do like to see the 3D IMAX if I get a chance to. Just puts me right there for it. So what do you guys think? What do you think is going to happen at the end? Do you think Wolverine will die out? Did the trailer interest you, pique your interest? Are you interested in seeing the final ride for Wolverine? Do you think that they'll actually let X-23 be the takeover and be the youthful X-Men Wolverine replacement? Leave comments down below. Just trying to vibe with you guys. And as always, I do appreciate everybody. Hit me on my social media. My Facebook is DAMNlookatHIM TV. Instagram, DAMNlookatHIM. Twitter, DAMNlookatHIM. Snapchat, you guessed it, DAMNlookatHIM. But as always, man, it's always been a pleasure. And thank you again. Excuse me. Thank you again for joining us at Trill Theater. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be easy. Peace.